Hello, hello, guys. Happy Sunday. Hello, Elizabeth and Laura and Pat and Bonnie and Chris and Debbie. I could go on and on. Hi, Brenda. The names are just scrolling too fast. Hello, Carrie. Hi, Mary and Anne. Oh, my goodness. Hello, Letitia. So let's see if I can get these to come up here so I can see them. Are we going to have delays? I hope not. Let's hope not. All righty. It kind of looks like it, right? Are we trying again? Right, Lisa? I know. I feel like I haven't chatted with you guys in forever. So I do see some glitching. I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to open a door just to see if that helps. Hi, Loretta. All right, guys. So let's see if that helps. We, nope. We reset everything today, and I was hoping I'd have none of the glitching, but it already looks like it's happening. Loretta, it's not you. It's my whatever. Facebook. Who knows? Thanks, Diane. Good to see you guys. I know, Cindy. I'm just going to keep going. I have a lot to share with you guys. So not sure that I'm going to do any painting today, but I'm definitely going to share with you guys about my trip. It will be on the replay, and we will go from there. We will see. So, yes, Judy, I know. Oh, it's just gut-wrenching. It's so aggravating. Some days it goes off without a hitch, and others just does not want to do it, right? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to plug along and keep going. Nope, it didn't get any better. It's not going to get any better. I did see someone on earlier today that I was watching, and they were glitching as well. So I think it's just probably part of what we're going to have to deal with, unfortunately, with so many people being on, so many streaming and doing lessons and lives and everything else. So if you want to stick with me, great. If you want to come back and watch the replay, I totally understand. But I'm going to keep plugging along and rolling along. So glad you guys are here. Again, happy Sunday. I'm fine. Don't have a cold or anything. I came back from Oklahoma with bronchitis and a double ear infection. But am fine. I just don't sound it. So I'm still doing cough drops, a lot of honey, a lot of tea. I think it's just part of that cough that won't go away that I know many of you are dealing with. Hello, Chris. Bye, Linda. Totally understand. Totally. So, oh yes, it's just gonna glitch and we're gonna keep going. So, OKC was amazing, had the best time, taught a special event with Lisbeth Stoll. If you're not familiar with Lisbeth, looks like you had a fun time on your journey. I did. Hi, Janet. Hi, Lori. Lori, I did email you back. Not sure if you got that. So anyway, had a fantastic time in Oklahoma at OKC Painting Palooza. They've already released the dates for next year. Let me look and see if I have their website. Okay, disregard the dates at the bottom. You can go to their website and find out what the dates are for next year, all right? It's a Halloween theme. I've already got my booth paperwork in, and designs are coming. We have till the 15th. So if you're a designer, a painter, a teacher, and you want to submit, you can go to that website as well and submit your classes for next year. So after that, hello, Molly Ann. Yes, we have glitching. Excuse me. So after I got back from Oklahoma, again with bronchitis and a double ear infection, 3 negative COVID tests. So thankfully that was all good to go. But then I went to New Orleans for a distributor show with DecoArt. and had a fantastic time. Got to share new products, just DecoArt staple, amazing products as well with distributors and fine art stores, mom and pop stores all across the country. Actually, I would say there were even people from Canada there, so international as well. But I don't know that I saw anyone else from Canada. And then, of course, U.S. territory, Puerto Rico, they were there as well. But it was nice to be there with my friend Stacy from DecoArt, and it's always nice to be able to go share and show new products and products that I love, and I can't wait to share them with you guys. I will be doing that very soon. Okay? So, same video problems as you're having, right, Molly Ann? I know. I just have to go with it because I've done everything I can to make sure that my end and my internet and everything is good. But with so many people having the same issue on YouTube and on Facebook, I have to believe that it's just a system-wide overload. And all I'm going to do is keep going. So again, if you want to buzz out, come back in, watch the replay. I do have some giveaways, and what I'd like to do today, let me see this. So I'm just going to pop that up there. I would love to have a star party on Facebook, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, in the comments, there's a little star usually, and you can leave stars. On YouTube, there's like a little $sign in the comments. All that money is going to charity. It's my birthday month. It's actually my birthday week. So, that I think it was a few months ago, beginning of the year, we did 567. And then the second quarter, because I had few lives, not so much. But if you'll hit that star thing in the comment section, and then over on YouTube, would love to send that money to charity. So, World Central Kitchen, feeding people around the globe. So anyway, so New Orleans was amazing until the last night. I stayed in most of the nights, rested my voice because, of course, I was there working and needed to be my absolute best for DecoArt. So the last night we went to a bowling event, which was fun. I used to be on a league. I loved to bowl. Excuse me. And then we went to a jazz place, and somebody decided to help themselves to my phone out of my purse. My friend's phone was under mine. Thankfully, they only took mine because on the back of hers was her driver's license, her credit card, her room key, and all the other stuff. So, hello, Barb Perkle. I know. Thanks so much, Margie. All right, guys. Yep, gonna keep going. So have a lot to share with you guys. Like I said, I do have some things coming up this week that I want to share with y'all. Let me move this out of the way. I also have a giveaway for today, so make sure to come back and check the replay because it's a pretty awesome giveaway. Okay, so this week, let me pan down right to here. This week on Creative Innovations in Painting. Creative Innovations in Painting. It's a Facebook group. It's free to join. I'm teaching this free lesson on Thursday, 7 p.m. Creative Innovations in Painting. All right. So fun little project that I'm painting on Thursday. And then for many of y'all that have asked, these are on my YouTube channel. I think these are so fun. If you're going to somebody's house for Thanksgiving, or you want to add, a little tag to a bottle of wine or something, I think these tags would make amazing little gifts. All right. So I'm going to put those over. And then let's talk about the giveaway for this week. Okay. So hello, Sharon. I'm only getting part, but enough to know what's going on. Thanks, Cindy. It's okay, Anne. It's just all part of it. So I'm going to come right back up here real quick. So this week, it's way better on YouTube. Well, thanks, Melissa. That's good to know. So the They are already calling for hotel reservations. Yes, Judy. So Oklahoma, again, OKC Painting Palooza. If you think you're going to go or you want to go, again, let me put up the link. The dates on here are wrong, just so you know. Those are not the dates for next year. Those are the dates that just passed. But the website, okcpaintingpalooza.com, you can go to that and book your hotel reservation. So if you like to stay in the host hotel where the event is, instead of down the street, across the street, there are hotels all around this, what is it? The Reed Center. Excuse me. And I personally like to stay there because then I don't have to leave the hotel if I don't want to, other than to go across the street to Walmart and down the street to Hobby Lobby and across the street to Starbucks. So it's centrally located and there's so much around this hotel and center. So hope that you guys can go. Hi, Verdi. I did thank you. I'll be signing up soon. Oh, Lori, thank you so much. Well, we're going to talk about that today as well. Okay, so at OKC Painting Palooza, I'm going to scroll right back down here. I taught a special event with Lisbeth Stull, and this is my piece right here. And I'm teaching this in a Zoom class next month. But for today, I have a giveaway. All you have to do is like, comment, and share. If you want to share after, thank you so much, Molly Ann and Chris, for posting those dates for next year. So greatly appreciate you, ladies. Anyway, so this is the piece I taught for the special event. Lisbeth had a beautiful hydrangea piece. I'm teaching this December 3rd on Zoom. You can find the information over on my website, which is right there. And look at the bottom bar. Don't forget to discount, or that discount code's going to get you a little savings, okay? But for today, my giveaway, let me move that out of the way, is my Surface stencil and pattern packet, along with Lisbeth's Surface stencil. Actually, this is a Lori Spelt stencil, her pattern packet. And we had these made by the amazing people at Pinecraft. Doug and his team made these awesome little easels for us. They have our websites on them. So one lucky winner. Again, all you have to do, like, comment, and share. And you'll go into the drawing, and I will be drawing for these soon, okay? Yes, Bonnie, it's so good to see you too at OKC. So, maybe a little bit of a crash. I'm gonna bring those down. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you guys today. Loved their new fall colors, right, Loretta? I agree. Thank you, Debbie. I had a fantastic, fantastic time. Okay, so what I'm going to do is show you guys a product that I absolutely love. Love. Chalky Gesso, okay? Now, this is a product that can go on metal, canvas, paper mache, paper, glass, hard plastic, furniture. Did I say metal? Yes. So this piece that I did is on a dollar tray from the Dollar Tree when it was the Dollar Tree, but now $1.25, still a great deal. And you can see my phone above. Hello. All right, but I want to show you how great this covers and how nicely it goes on. So I like to use a soft brush. This is a Black Gold by Dynasty. This is their 206 flat wash. It's like for watercolor. I love how soft it is. It's a great brush to base coat with, and it is ideal for Chalky Gesso. Okay, so I just wiped that off with a paper towel. Karen, Canadian contacts for this product, if that's what you're talking about, possibly Stockade might have it. Okay, so see all that stuff around there? We want to make sure we get that off. So I'm just going to take a paper towel and get that off because I don't want it going into my paint. Now, you can put it on a palette. I'm just going to put it right on my plate. My metal tray here, I should say. But I want you to see how nicely this covers, especially on metal. So let's get that. I got way too much. See that? way too much. So I'm going to take some of that off. Hello. One coat is all you need. However, the more coats you put on, the softer it is. Kind of like, I would say kind of like suede. And it self-levels, so it's going to minimize the brush strokes. Let's get some more of that paint off. Hello. And things like this, like I can see a little crusty from my lid that went into it. Just wipe them off while it's still wet. But look how that's covering that metal. It is such an amazing product. Now, like I said, you don't have to sand between it. However, if you do, it's even softer. And to me, that's just amazing. No problem. See you later, Anne. Come back and watch the replay. Okay. So, again, just like that on metal. I didn't have to use an adhesion of any kind. DecoArt does have a paint adhesion medium, but this chalky gesso will go on glass, metal, paper mache, paper, canvas. It'll even go on fabric, guys. So I'm just going to soften that out. Again, those brush strokes are going to minimize as it continues to self-level. And you end up with a surface like that. One coat, okay? This is just a tin from the Dollar Tree. So one coat will do fine. I scratched it, of course, right before I went live. But anyway, you can go over it again with a second coat. It will self-level. Molly Ann, thank you so much for the stars. Robin Richard, thank you so much for the stars. Melissa, thank you so much for the money over on YouTube. Again, all that is going to charity. It is my birthday week, and I'm going to be on with you guys many times this week, all right? So, again, I'm just going to soften that look and then show you a couple things that I have painted. So on this, I love to paint in oils. And it takes oils, color pencil, pastels, acrylics, beautifully. All right. Again, one coat. And you can turn a Dollar Tree tray into a gorgeous surface to paint on. So let me move that, get a baby wipe, move that out of the way. And then, like I said, I painted this piece on it, and you can see that green in the background, but it takes that paint beautifully. I believe on this one, I either used glazing medium or the Traditions blending and extender gel or medium to get kind of that hazy look. But it took so very nicely to that chalky gesso. All right. And then this is another one I did. Again, Dollar Tree tray. Did it have, oh, I thought that had my address on it. I think it did actually, because I just got this back from a big box store that I sent it to. But anyway, the whole background is painted with the chalky gesso in black. There's 6 different colors, and it just is gorgeous. But let me tell you, you can leave it as your background color. It is acrylic based. It's soft to the touch. One coat, let it dry. Another coat, again, no sanding required. However, if you sand, you get a beautiful, beautiful suede-like finish, okay? So Let's, that was loud. Let's move that out of the way. And then I did want to jump on and talk to you guys about real quick. I'm going to flip through my art journal, and then just depending on how this is freezing and everything, we'll go from there. But I do have a membership group. It is called The Adventures of Art and Art Journaling. And basically, in a nutshell, I'm going to put that up for you. The doors to my membership group are open. They close this Friday at midnight. They will not open again until the spring of 2023. And I was going to raise the price this November when I opened the doors again. But because it's my birthday week and my birthday month, I thought I would keep it the same. However, next year, I promise, unfortunately, it will go up. Basically, we paint live in my group 3 to 4 times a month. I'm just going to flip through and show you some of the pages. So this was our January, my word for the year. Now, let me just say, this word has come and gone throughout the year, I will say. I'm still trying to find some good balance between work and downtime because I'm kind of a workaholic. So I just taught this page, and I'm teaching it to my membership group this month. And let's see what else we have. Most of these pages we have done this year. Love, love, love. And we primarily create in an art journal. And this is the reason why. That way you don't need 1,500 surfaces. I stress to use what you have on hand. Loved this page, actually these pages, I should say. All the background is a leftover palette. And then I drew out a design, did the background color in blue because all this color was in the background, and created these pages. I do like to create on both sides, but in my group, I tend to do one side. This was our grateful, thankful, everything last year, kind of our fold out gratitude page. And this year I decided to create one with a little, I don't know, little whimsical flair to it. So I created this fun little scarecrow holding a bat. And then each thing is what I'm thankful for, what I'm grateful for, and I'm blessed. Truly, truly am. So again, lots of different designs. Everything is recorded. Everything is in the group. There are over 100 plus lessons that you can go and watch. I want to talk about this one real quick because we did pansies in my group, and I had done stacked teacups years ago with my local students. And then I turned around, if you remember correctly, I turned around and I did a spring stacked teacup. Because it was based on a lesson with my group, they got that e-packet for free. So, I know, sound is freezing. Well, you guys come back and watch. Hopefully it will stop freezing. But it looks like I'm completely frozen over on Facebook. So let's see if we can see if I'm live. Yeah, there it is. All right. Just had to go out and come back in myself. Okay, so just some pages that we've done. I love to share different products. Oh, there's my address again. Hello. Textures, mediums, different paint, different art ideas. Guys, when you allow yourself to play and create and paint, you just get so much better as an artist. So you can see on some of these pages, I go and just, doodle, or if I'm in the middle of a lesson, I'll use that as a page. But let's get to, so I did this one on the Heart Party, I think earlier in the year. I just loaded that to my group so they get it for free. Stamps, stencils, collage, you name it, we paint it, believe me. Love these double page layouts. using metallics and layering and just different techniques to create with. So, Sue Potts, thank you so very much. You're so generous. I greatly appreciate you. Yeah, you guys might have to go back out, come back in. My sound is on. It looks like my sound is going. Hopefully on the replay. Thank you, Debbie, for the sprinkles. I greatly appreciate that. Okay, so again, just we have doodle lessons and drawing lessons and grisaille, you know, that technique of just doing kind of a monochromatic design and then adding color to it. Lots of duplicates because I create it and then of course teach it. So let me move that out of the way. It's gonna be a little bit loud. And then this year, what I decided to do differently was we did the flowers of the month. So we have carnations for January, and we did February's violets, daffodils, daisies, lily of the valley. And again, these are all pretty much exclusive to my group unless I decide to make a pattern packet out of it. This is one of my favorites. And it's so nice to see everyone's interpretation in the group, sharing their paintings, their pages. And I encourage, if you don't want to paint it on paper, paint it on something else. Right now, Melissa, those easels are not available anywhere else, but I will let you know if they are, okay? Gladiolas, which reminds me of, you know, my childhood because my mom always grew the most amazing flowers. Morning glories. Our recent one was marigolds, which I loved. But what I wanted to do, I'm just gonna play real quick. I know it looks like we're still glitching here and there, but on the replay, it won't be there. So let me get out some of my favorite products to show you. And this is just a blank page for my journal. Let me get that to show you. So it is a Grumbacher journal. I do have these on my website. Did that pop up? There it is. What I like about them is you can take the pages out and put them back in. So that way I can create and not mess up everything else in my book or have to tape off or do all that other stuff. So I'm going to show you one of my favorite ways to add gesso to a page. Again, I like the media gesso or the traditions gesso, and I'm going to apply this one with a palette knife. So a little bit of that gesso on the back of a palette knife, and I'm letting it stutter. I'm sure if I'm glitching still, I'm stuttering, right? But I do want that gesso to stutter on the page because when the paint hits it, and when it hits the paper where there's no gesso, you're going to get a really cool variation in color. So I'm just going to kind of go back and forth, and then I'll hold it up so that you can see how it's stuttering. All right, so let's hold that up so that you can see the darker spots is where the gesso did not go, all right? And then again, that's gonna take the paint differently. So just in interest of time, I grabbed a page I had already done with that on there. So let's move that away. Okay. And so I'm just gonna take a little bit of water, just regular water. Hopefully it's not rubbing alcohol. Usually I mark those. Nope, that's just water. Okay, so a little bit of water on there. And then let's pick a color. Let me see. I'm gonna pick some cobalt teal hue. One of my favorite colors, and I'm gonna do just that. And then let's take some cobalt turquoise. Oop, that's brand new. And we're going to just do that. And then a big brush. So that big brush that I used with the chalky gesso, I'm going to move that out of the way, get a paper towel. Okay. And then I'm just going to kind of slap it around and let that water carry that paint. And again, where the gesso has dried, it's going to take it differently than where the paper does. Okay, a little bit more water. And then I like to just hold it up and let it drip and move. And if it needs a little help, just add a little more water to it. If you haven't been able to tell from my lives and my lessons, cobalt turquoise, any turquoise, aqua color is like my thing. Now, look what's happening there. I grabbed that water bottle, but I'm thinking it has to be rubbing alcohol, which is not the end of the world. It can add some really cool things to your pages, but I'm going to do that just to get some of that rubbing alcohol away. And then let's take some quinacridone gold. And then let's just get another brush. There's Farlet. Thank you, Sue. I'm not even going to read your comment out because I don't want to jinx it either. But anyway, so quinacridone gold on a wet brush. This is one of my favorite, like, kind of background colors. And combinations, I should say, because it always comes out differently. So let's just get that wiped up. And then I'm going to take my other water bottle, and let's hope it's actually water and not rubbing alcohol. Let that move and pop in a little bit of water there as well. Okay, now let's dry that. Oh, you know what? Before we dry it, let's put one of my other favorite products in there, and that's the metallic luster. So we'll get some of that out. Alrighty, and so we'll get some of that in there. Again, it's a paste, but when you mix water with it, you get a really pretty metallic shimmer to it. And depending on how you turn that page, it's going to show up differently. So let's get a little bit more of that in there. Okay. See, just play. Have fun. Playing and creating and trying different things. And that really is what I love to do with my membership group, to kind of challenge and get them outside of the normal box of how we create while using traditional techniques and playing around with different, new, fun ways to create. All right, let's dry that. Thank you, Tony. So while I'm drying that, again, I'm just going to pop this up. You can find everything on my website, sandymcteerdesigns.com. You have an option of joining by month or by year if you'd like. Of course, we'd love to have you. Got a great community of ladies in there that love to create, or I should say artists, from all over the world. Spain, India, Norway, the UK, Australia, all over Canada, all over the US. Alrighty. So I am going to get that wet just a little bit more. Oh, thank you so much, Judy, for putting that. Country Bear carries the chalky gesso. That's good to know. I know I've shared this story when I'm at shows and stuff like that, but I actually helped create that product with the owner, the original owner of DecoArt, who started DecoArt, Stan. And I was talking to him at a show and I was telling him I do this and this and I add this and this. And he goes, what? And within about 15 minutes, Chalky Gesso was created. And I absolutely love, love, love it. It is a fantastic product, if I say so myself. So, all right, another way to kind of create, a little bit of interest in your background is just to take a paper towel, not on the whole thing, but lift some of it. And where you might have some areas that's wet, it's going to lift that color. So I really like what that rubbing alcohol did, even though that was not my original plan. Let's dry that real quick. Okay. So Sue Braun said she used the Chalky Gesso on a glass ornament and loved it. Yes, it is amazing. I tried to find a glass piece that I had base coated years ago when it came out, and painted oils on it, and I have no clue where that piece is, somewhere. And we'll just touch that, make sure it's dry. I thought I would just kind of show you how I sit and create and paint in my art journal. A lot of times this then becomes, a lesson that I teach or a submission that I submit to a convention. But I love to sit down without a thought in my mind. I don't know what I'm going to paint. I don't even grab my colors. I just start with gesso or sketching and go from there. It really is a great way to kind of stretch your creativity and your thinking in the way that you approach a project. In our group last year, I showed them how to take elements from different things and create your own design, which was amazing to see everybody create their own incredible designs and then paint them. Again, does not have to be on an art journal page, but let me tell you, with 50 pages in a book, you have 100 surfaces right there. All right, and I keep turning it over because this page will get a little wet from the condensation, so just want to make sure it's dry. Okay. Now with that, it's kind of not really in my thinking of what's in my mind, meaning there's a lot going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that big brush, go back to that big brush, pick up some gesso. I'm going to make it super inky. So gesso isn't just for base coating. If I want to knock that color back a bit, I can take my very wet brush, go right over that page. I'm still going to be able to see the color. And again, it just kind of takes everything back a notch so that what I create on top doesn't have to compete with the background. But again, I want to take some of that off. And it just softens that look as well. So let's put that lid back on. And let's hit it one more time with our heat tool. Bye, Betty. Thanks for being here. Okay. So yes, like I said earlier, I will be on most every day this week, sharing with you guys about my membership group, the things that we've created, the things we're gonna create, and just have some fun playing with some products, sharing some products with you guys, different ways I like to use them. Alrighty. Okay. Now, I'm going to get a stencil. This is, you can get these as well. I think these are Michael's, different varieties, shapes, sizes of circles. Tracy Moreau and I have one as well. I'm out of stock. She might have some. Let me find. There you go. TracyMoreau.net. And so we have circles, squares, and a variety of shapes. And what's great about these is you can create a variety of sizes just having this one stencil. So let me get a stencil brush. I'm throwing things around in my studio here. So I have a little stencil brush, and let me get some color. So I have some Payne's Gray. Oh, I just knocked that. There we go. A little bit of Payne's Gray that needs to be shaken. Lori Coates, this is a extra large silicone baking mat that I got on Amazon in the beginning of the pandemic. Let me tell you, I'm sure they have sold hundreds, if not more. And I should have put it on an Amazon affiliate thing, but hopefully you can find them. I ordered white. It came in gray, and I'm very thankful it came in gray. I have one here, I have one to the side, and then I have two over on my other workstation. Easy to clean up. You can use hand sanitizer, rubbing alcohol, packing tape for that matter works. Alrighty, so I have Payne's Gray. I'm going to get some sea glass. Well, hello, Sandy. That needs to be shaken as well. Okay, some white. And I'm just using it as a palette as well, which I love to do. Let's get, one of my favorite colors, Bahama Blue. And I know I share this with you guys often. Get those off your bottle caps. That way your bottle can shut completely. Alrighty. So I'm just going to load up my brush. It's dry. This is my Dynasty Stencil Pro. This is a 1/2 inch. I like the 1/2 inch or the 5/8 or the 3/8. Easy to manage. Okay, so let's get in with a little bit of Bahama Blue. Load it up, wipe it off. Now this you might not be able to see all that much. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. Okay, we're going to add a little bit of white to that. And we're doing a bokeh background. So just a little bit of white there. Let's add some Payne's Gray to that. Wipe it off. Variety of sizes of circles. Okay. Let's get really dark here. Some more of that Payne's Gray. There we go. And see how I'm touching it? That will lift some of that color as well. And this was in the background. Let me show you. This is in the background on my Happy Holidays that I'm teaching on Zoom December 3rd. Again, you can find that information on my website. But that bokeh background is a photography term where it's the light's bouncing off everything and you get these really cool light orbs in a variety of colors. Okay, so I love when you go with that dark and then layer another color on top. But I also like to touch it with my finger because it takes the size down, the color down as well. So just kind of keep going back and forth and layering. I'm going to do some greenery up here. I thought I would do a couple little different greenery boughs or sprigs. Since the holidays are coming up. Again, just kind of soften that look. You could go crazy. I mean, I could sit here and do this all day. Again, variety of sizes of circles. I know I did this last year, the year before, on a YouTube video that you can check out on my channel. And while you're there, please like and subscribe. We'd love for you to get notifications of when I'm going live. All right, let's move that brush out of the way, and I'm going to switch and move to that sea glass. Okay, so sea glass. And let's just start layering some other color. I'm not sure if that one's going to show up as much. Let's add a little bit of white to it. So that gesso background that I did, probably a little too much, taking away from that color showing up. But again, subtle. Continue to layer. I like to overlap them. All right, and get a little bit of Bahama blue. I keep going to that same circle. It does help if you do a variety of shapes, variety of circles. Just makes it a little bit more natural looking instead of them all being the same color, okay? So cool little bokeh background, right? Fun, fun. But let's dry that because I want it to be very subtle. Very subtle in the background there. And so subtle that I'm actually going to take another stencil brush with just white. Load it up. And dry it off. And just going to do a soft, it's almost like a little circular motion because that's exactly what I'm doing. Little circular motion. Just kind of give it a foggy little look. You could even do little swipes of white. Again, little glint, little glisten of light. And I'm just going to keep going with that right down here. Okay. And then let's take, I don't know, like, I have to read this. Let's see. Before I joined Sandy's group, I resisted using even stencils. Now I use gesso stencils, gesso through stencils, stamps, matte medium, and all kinds of different things. Oh, thank you, Molly Ann. I'm so glad you found me too. All right. So a little bit of white. Molly Ann's a moderator in my group, along with Chris and Lana Lamb, and just have a great group of ladies. Okay, so I'm just doing almost like a little plus sign. Okay, so just sliding on the chisel edge of that brush just to get a little plus sign. Okay. And then I am going to get my palette out because I want to move all that. I'll end up getting my page right into it if I don't. Okay. Here's my palette. And then let's get some greens. So my go-to greens, let's get rid of you. Hold on, I've got some troll over on yeah, thank you. Over on YouTube. Took care of that. Mean person, don't come back. Okay, Plantation Pine. And I always like to use that with Payne's Gray. So Payne's Gray in the media line or Payne's Gray in Americana. Completely up to you. And you know what? A lot of those that bokeh background is going to be covered up anyway, because I thought I'd do some fun little greenery items that maybe you can incorporate in some of your holiday painting. So Lush Green, and the other one was Celery Shoot. If you don't have that, Citron Green is really pretty. And then let's get some of that. That Lush Green is a brand new color this year from DecoArt. Love it. It's beautiful. And one of my favorites, Antique Green. Get a little bit of that and a little bit of Asphaltum. Okay. And then I'm going to take a 1/2 inch angle, and I want to do, like I said, just a couple different greenery, boughs, sprigs. So little plantation pine, little bit of asphaltum that you can see there. I like to brush mix. I pick up, I pick up. Let's zoom in here just a little. Okay. And so I'm just going to do a couple little sprigs, kind of get some placement. It really is that easy. Sliding on the chisel edge of the brush. And then I'm going to turn this so I can pull the angle brush. I love to use an angle brush, especially one that has a really nice chisel edge. And so this is my Black Gold by Dynasty 1/2 inch angle, but I'm going to slide on the chisel edge. And again, that has plantation pine, a little bit of asphaltum. And you can do these little evergreen sprigs. Now let me see if I have, let's see, I have it right here. So years ago when I used to do shows, that's not the best one. I liked it when I would put the sprigs through the loops on the ornaments, but that was just on a 6x8 tile from Home Depot. And when we did those shows, that sold so well because people like personalized things. So if you're looking to do, a craft show and you need an idea, that is so easy. I'm going to show you how to do the ornaments even easier. We'll just do it on paper though. Okay, so see how I'm just sliding back on that chisel edge and just kind of filling in. I'm going to the left, to the right, but on top as well, so that you don't have a part right down the middle. And right now it's just plantation pine and asphaltum. Okay. And I was just doing this, and it reminds me of a page I think I did with my group in 2020. I don't know if I did the background like that, but it's certainly looking like it. Okay, so again, just a little filler. Maybe you need one right there. My brush isn't double loaded or anything. It's just on both green and brown. So Melissa, you do not need to learn how to draw. You do not need to draw at all. We have drawing lessons in my group, but I also provide line drawings for what we're doing. And that certainly makes it a lot easier. Okay, so we've got a little greenery going on, right? Now I'm just gonna wipe off my brush, pick up some of that plantation pine, and then on the toe of the brush, I'm gonna pick up some of that antique green, and let's just work that in. Where did my white go? Let's get a little bit of white as well. Okay, so plantation pine on the whole brush, and then on the toe, you have a heel and a toe. A little bit of that antique green. Is that antique green or lush green? Either way, it's beautiful. All right, and then I'm going to turn that again so I can pull. And again, I'm not trying to hit every single one. I'm just layering and hitting here and there. Okay, it's just going to add more dimension to your evergreen sprig. And I'm not pulling all the way back either. So again, you're going to have that dark and the light still showing. If you want it to be a little bit lighter, you can add a little more white. And again, just layer, overlap. Let's come down here. Oops, wrong green. And then we'll pull some there. Okay. So that's one little greenery, a little evergreen sprig. right? If you missed it on my YouTube channel, I think months ago, I showed, well, it might have even been last year, I showed how to do evergreen boughs and sprigs, whole lesson, and then also trees, how to create trees. Okay, now what I want to do is I'm going to switch brushes. Hi, Donna. Good to see you on. Hi, Janet. Okay, so I'm going to go to this greenery that's a little bit shorter, and let me come in, maybe right here. So I have plantation pine and a little bit of asphaltum. I just want to kind of get a little bit of a stem in there. And then I'm going to wipe off that brush, and I'm going to get plantation pine on the whole thing. And this celery shoot on one corner. You can use an angle brush if you want. That's a little bit of celery shoot or citron green, a little bit of white on the same corner. Okay, now we typically don't do this with a flat brush, but I want to tap and pull. Okay, so I'm going to tap and pull. And let me start with I'm going to start with the dark first. Finding that background is competing with that. So let's tap and pull, tap and pull. And I'll do it on my hand in just a minute so that you can see what I'm doing. And then we'll come back and add a highlight to it. Okay, so with my stem, I'm touching and pulling. So you get a little, like when you tap it, see how you get that irregular edge? Nothing's real straight. You can come and do a stem over here. Okay, and then just keep building it. So I'm going to stick with that dark for right now. And again, I'm just tapping on that chisel edge. Okay, so look at the difference between the two. Okay, so long strokes, these are short, choppy tapping. Right on the edge of that chisel edge. Okay, and then let's wipe that off. Hi, Billy. Thanks for being here. Okay, so then I'm going to pick up a little bit of plantation pine. And let's get some of that celery shoot. A little bit of white. We'll kind of work that in. Maybe a little more white. Okay, and then just to kind of highlight that, I'm going to do the same thing, but I don't want to cover up all that dark. I'm just going to tap. Is my hand right in the way? My hands are right in the way, guys. Sorry. So let's see if I can hold that back further or move it. Okay, so just kind of tap, 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 tap. Looks better if you say it out loud. Tap, 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 tap. So that plantation pine, a little bit of celery shoot, a little bit of white on one corner. And let's see if I can get my hand out of the way. Okay, so just a different greenery. Let's hold that up so that you can see. Okay, another little way to add some greenery. Another is just to load up that brush, plantation pine. I'm going to load one corner with white and just work that in. And kind of like a daisy stroke or a scroll stroke, you can paint these little, kind of like mistletoe. Okay, and then we can highlight that a little bit of celery shoot, a little bit of white. Okay, just get a little bit of different greenery in there. All right, so fun. Just, again, kind of play with it. Play, with being on that chisel edge, using different brushes. Doesn't always have to be a flat brush or an angle brush. My least favorite brush is a filbert because I don't like the exact roundness it leaves. Love this, but I want to bump that color up just a bit more. So watch what happens when I add a little more white and tap and highlight that. Okay, so 3 different kind of greenery, evergreen sprigs. You got some mistletoe going on, and I love this mistletoe. Let me grab this. Love the mistletoe on my guide that I'm teaching Thursday. Again, Creative Innovations in Painting, 7 p.m. Okay, so that's kind of a hodgepodge of stuff, right? Let's come in. I'm going to take away that. And we'll do, just to show you how easy it is to cover. One thing in my art journal that I try and made a promise to myself when I started creating in my art journal is that I would not tear anything out. Meaning if I don't like it, I'll cover it with gesso. There's always a way to fix it, always a way to go over something, and keep tweaking and painting and playing. But gesso is a great eraser, and it can take your page back to plain. So don't discount the gesso. All right. Then I'll take some of that green, a little bit of that celery shoot, a little bit of white, maybe even some antique green. Okay. And I do like to do things in 3s. So I've got one there, got one there, but I have something in mind for right here. So I'm going to dry this. That's super wet right there. Hi, Ellie. Hi, Cecilia. Oh, Claudia, that's a hard one. Who is my favorite artist? Wow. I will say the art, like old master who I truly love is probably Monet and Van Gogh, but I also like Gustav Klimt, and am very drawn to his use of gold and shapes and circles and everything. Oh gosh, modern? I don't know. I've got a lot of them. In fact, too many probably to even say. Okay, let's take care of that right there. I'm going to go back to that circle stencil, and let's put right there. Who is yours, Claudia? Let me ask that. And I'm going to take some warm white. Let's clean that off. I loaded it up, cleaned it off, and I'm going to do it soft circular motion. Soft circular motion with that warm white. Okay. And then let's put one right here, but a different color. I'm going to use, let's use some Prussian blue. So again, I'm loading it up, wiping almost all of it off. And let's put maybe, maybe that one there, but I'll do a smaller. Okay. I'm just going to touch it to kind of soften that look. This one, I have something in mind. We'll see if it works. And then up here, let's go ahead and put like the bottom of one. And that one might need a little bit of warm white with it to cover up that evergreen sprig. Okay, so I've got 3. All right, let's see if this is gonna work. I'm gonna dry it. Alrighty. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my 3/8 angle, rinse that off. I'm gonna load the toe of that brush with a little bit of white. Now, if this doesn't work, guess what? I'm just gonna make it a solid color. But I was thinking I could go around that and make it see-through, kind of like a see-through ornament. But then I want to put something in it, right? I want to put something in it. Too new. We'll see. Oops, went right outside that line. Kind of like, and let me go back to it and I'll show you my my snow globe that I did for the special event. Again, very lightly, and then, you know, that reflection. And then for those that are taking the Zoom class, you can do whatever you want inside. A lady did a cardinal. She lost her husband recently and did a cardinal, which I thought was awesome. Another lady did an ornament, actually a hanging ornament. I think Kathy did an ornament. Anyway, so, you know, you can take creative license. If you get the pattern packet, you can change it out to whatever you want. Okay, now we need some toppers, right? We need some toppers, and this needs some decoration. So take another stencil. I used that one. I'm gonna lay this down. Let's find my favorite part. We'll lay that down. Take a little bit of white. Actually, that is not white. That has blue in it. We'll get a little bit of white. Wipe it off. And so by layering that stencil, you can create a little design on your ornament. Fun, fun, right? So I did that, I think it was last year. Was it last year? My Rudy reindeer. So if you've painted my Rudy reindeer, I have them right here. And so I did the same thing. I just put a snowflake stencil right in the center, but I'm turning that so that you can see that little shimmer inside there? So when you mix some of this watered down with any acrylic paint, you can make it a metallic. Now it lightens the color. This was actually Prussian blue, but it'll lighten that color at the same time, making it metallic looking, or you can just use metallic paint. All right, so I want to line that up. And if you watch anything I do, you know this is my favorite stencil of all time, this Tim Holtz Flourish. Absolutely love, 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 love. All right, now it needs some toppers. So let's get some Payne's Gray, and we're just going to do a little bit of a topper right there. So kind of like a little, well, that one doesn't get one because it's covered. A little bit of a straight line, curve, curve, and then we'll just do little dots right on there. Okay. Now let's dry those. Actually, I need to fix that one up a little better. There we go. Hi, Linda. I hope you are feeling better, my friend. All righty. Okay. I am going to want to get a little bit more white on this one right here. Try not to get any green in it. Okay, and then we'll just do a little bit of a highlight glare. You don't want to see a start or a stop, just use your finger, kind of move that around. Same thing on here, let's do a little one. Up there. Okay, now I like to cover up some elements so that they're not all just sitting on top. So let's come back with our evergreen. And I'm just going to put that ornament right behind by putting a little bit of that evergreen. Okay. And then let's use the metallic frost and 3/8 angle. And again, it's a paste, but my brush is wet. I'm going to make it a liquid. Work that in on my palette. Get it a little bit wet because I want it to be transparent. Before we do that, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's do a little loop. A little loop. Some little dots. And we're going to come back and make these silver. This is just Payne's Gray. Okay. So let's dry that. And you could do white and build up the layers, to give it a metallic look, or you can just use silver. Okay, so I'm going to go back with small flat. It's dry. I'm going to pick up some of the metallic silver. And I don't want to cover up all the dark. So I take my paper towel and just kind of swipe off that excess. And then just kind of swipe that silver on. And then a little on the loop. I'm being lazy. I should get a smaller brush, or you can just use the corner. And then highlight those little dots. Okay. So still see that dark? Got the metallic look. Let's get that a little more metallic there. Okay. Now let's go back to that 3/8 angle. Water in my brush. Metallic frost, white frost, metallic luster, I should say. And we're going to, and I'm going to skip, and then we'll come out here. And then we'll go behind and come out there. And then same thing here. We're going to go up there. And then let's do, I don't even know what brush that is. Let's see, a rigger. So 0 rigger. Again, I'll take that metallic luster. Just do some little loops. Okay. Probably put some of that metallic luster right there. Again, kind of swipe it so you don't have a start and stop finish line. I like to have those lines go away. And then we could even have, you know, the ribbon coming down from this one. A little bit of a glisten there. All right. And then I think what I want to do is take, I know it isn't finished, but it's, oh, thank you, Janet. You went to the grocery store or watch replay. Thank you, Sandy. Perfect timing. Oh, you're so welcome. All right, let me get a small flat brush. Again, I thought it'd just be fun to show you guys a couple different ways to do some greenery, how quick it is to, you know, create something on an art journal page. Let's take some of that white. Actually, I'm gonna get some more white out. That's warm white. Take a little bit of white, come back with those circles, kind of put some of that interest back in. Alrighty. And then a shadow. So wet brush, Payne's Gray, nice and inky. Nice and inky. Put it right there. And then we're going to put a little bit under our ribbon and our ornament. Kind of get a little cast shadow there. And we'll do. Again, I love the Payne's Gray, the Media Payne's Gray, because you get that transparent color and it just gives such a beautiful shadow without being overbearing. Okay. And then we can also do the same thing with, you know, some of this greenery. And if it's too much, just touch it to soften the look. I was really hoping the difference in time, because I normally, well, I was doing 2, then I switched it to 3, and then to 4, hoping that, you know, there weren't as many people on. Tomorrow I will pop on and let you guys know when I'm going to go live. Have another giveaway since it's my birthday week. Again, thank you for the stars and the donation over on YouTube. Of course, all that's going to charity. I greatly appreciate you guys doing that. All right, so put it on. Soften the look. We don't want it too dark, because it's just going to look like an evergreen sprig if it's too dark. But we do want to make it look like we've got some shadow in there. All right. And then let's do a little glisten, like a little. Oh, thank you. Yes, my birthday week. Let's do a little there. Gonna get a little bit of a glisten, and this is that metallic luster. You could use a stencil, or you can just use a brush. Start with a plus sign, and then across. too much, just soften it. Okay, and then everything's much better with splatter, right? Can't go wrong with splatter. So I'm gonna get like a 12 flat. Load that up, it's very wet. Load it with white. Let's test it somewhere. And anywhere you don't want it, you want to make sure you take it away before it dries. Okay, there's pretty heavy. And then let's dry that. And you could put, you know, words, Noel, believe, you name it. Okay. Let's see if that has paint in it. It does. Just going to put a little bit of that background color on some of that greenery just to tone it down a little. And then take a baby wipe. We're going to frame it all in. So I'm going to wrap it around my index finger. And let's get some Payne's Gray. I'm just going to fold that. And you want to run it back and forth like you would an angle brush. Okay. Make sure everything's dry. And then we just want to kind of frame this in like a little vignette. Much easier to do this way than with an angle brush. Like to round those corners. All right, and I was just looking, I think it's missing something, and it is. You could do little berries. So let's just do some white ones. Again, stencil brush. These little stencils are amazing for putting those berries on. I was gonna do red, but then it kind of takes it to Americana, right? Like red, white, and blue. Although that'd be fine. Okay, put some berries on there. Again, let's do something. Trying to find my angle brush. There's my 3/8 angle with some white. Get a little bit on that whole chisel edge. And I'm just going to do some crisscross lines. Again, I want it to look transparent, so you can still see through it. There we go. A little vintagey. Okay. And those little berries, if you want, you know, to make them more opaque, you can do them with the end of your paintbrush, or you can stencil over it 2 or 3 times. The more you stencil that color over, the more opaque it's going to become. Or you can just do that, let it dry, come back, do a little bit of shading, like with some Payne's Gray, or even that Prussian blue would be pretty. Love the added lines on there. And then what else does it need? Excuse me, I have to cough. One last little thing. Let's find a Mezzaluna brush, a little bit of white. And a Mezzaluna is just a blend of, has some soft but mostly hard bristles. And I'm going to use it just like a stencil brush. But I just want to get a little bit of a highlight. Load it up, wipe it off. I'm going to get right into those berries, aren't I? Is that what you were thinking? That's exactly what I was thinking. All right. And then, like I said, you know, stencil a word, put a word on, but just, you know, the different greenery, the different way that you can create those evergreen sprigs. I'm going to come back and right here, go over just that part. Again, kind of take away both loops being exposed. Putting that other one right behind. Okay, so let's zoom out just a little. You should see my studio desk. It is an absolute wreck. But hopefully, no wine in the house. How did that happen? Oh, Karen, sorry to hear that. I'm not much of a wine drinker. Just when you think you can't look any better, you had, oh, thank you, Vicki. I hear my hubby prepping the fireplace. I do love a good fire. Really weird request. Please show me your package of baby wipes just sometime before you end. Let me grab one, Melissa, right here. I was pretty partial to these when my kids were younger. I like them because they don't have fragrance. They don't have any kind of a lotion or anything. And I get mine at Wally World. So this is what I use. And then I love them in these plastic containers. I probably have 6 of these containers, and I just refill them. So great question. And I probably use just as many now as when my kids, who are now 26, 27, 28 years old, I use just as many now as I did when they were younger. So anyway, I could keep playing with this, and I probably will. And if I do, I will share it with you guys later this week. But thanks so much for putting up with all the glitching. Do I have paint on me? No, but I just looked at my screen and I look like a Oompa Loompa with my makeup. No, we don't have snow, thank goodness. It is 52 degrees here in Georgia. Sunny and beautiful, a little crisp outside. I wanted to show you one other thing that I used to make with my girlfriend when we did the shows. We would do these on the 6x8 tiles, ceramic tiles, and she would cut with a diamond bit. She would do holes in the top. But anyway, we would paint these and sell them at the shows. And oh my gosh, they were our best, one of our best sellers. Because when you personalize something at a craft show, at an event, do signs with someone's name on it, an ornament with someone's name on it, just makes it a little bit more special. And to be honest with you, they sell so much better than something that's just painted. Like my Rudy reindeer back there, which is kind of cute. And so on a tile, I did a bunch of reindeer, and same thing, we would write their names at the bottom. So let me just look at questions real quick or anything. You're so welcome, guys. Let me just pop this back up for the question that was asked. So again, my membership group is open. It will close this week. Again, 100+ lessons. Even if you're curious and you want to sign up for a month, it's $34 for the month. You can go in and watch all the videos you want, all the lessons you want. Get those line drawings and so much more. I have guest artists. I have lessons in there from Tracy Moreau, Erica Joanne, Deb Antonick, Marianne Andrezzi, Kathy Hansen, Holly Hanley, Marco Aguilar. Oh my gosh, so many others. And then of course, 3 to 4 lessons a month with me. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed kind of just throwing that together and painting it. And I will see you guys sometime tomorrow. Not exactly sure, but I will pop on and post and let you guys know when I'll be back, okay? So it is my birthday month, my birthday week, and I have lots to share with you guys this week. So again, don't forget, on my website, you can always use that discount code, all capitals, hit the, I keep getting texts from family, make sure you hit that apply button. If you don't hit the apply button, it won't go. Now, if you're in my membership group, don't forget you have a better discount code. You get a better discount than anyone, anytime on my website. So appreciate you guys. Have a fantastic Sunday. Before I forget, don't forget, if you've not checked out DecoArt's Chalky Gesso, to do so. Fantastic product, especially if you like to paint on metal. It is a great base coat, but you can use it on so many different things. All right, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you for being here. For everyone that did stars and money over on YouTube, thank you so very much. All that money is going to go to charity. So have a good one. Talk to y'all later. I'm going to look and see what else I have to share with you. Do I have anything else up here? I don't think so. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.